Hey, what's going on? It's Sean. So it's been a while since I made my last video and quite a bit has been going on. I've been busy with work and personal projects, and over the last couple weeks I've been making the switch from my Fujifilm kit over to a Panasonic Lumix S5. I wanted to talk about it in this video, so let's go. So if you've been following me for a while now, both on YouTube as well as other social media platforms, you've probably known that I've been with the Fujifilm system for a while now. I've used it professionally and personally, and I've truly enjoyed the image quality and the size that comes with the Fujifilm system. But in the last year, I've been adding more and more Leica cameras and lenses to my lineup, and it's got me really wanting to explore that a little bit more. One of the biggest problems that I was running into with my Fuji kit was overheating. Now, last year I moved from the Fujifilm X-T2 up to a Fujifilm X-S10, and I did that because I was doing more and more video, and I thought having the new camera with the new sensor and processor was going to give me a lot better results. And the image quality was fantastic, but the 8-bit 420 color was just not exactly what I was needing when it came to some of the more professional gigs. And one of the things that really was the last straw for me was while I was working on a project for a real estate client, the camera overheated while shooting 1080p 60 frame per second video. And once it overheated, I had to wait for a while to be able to shoot again. It was kind of an embarrassing moment. So recently I had the opportunity to trade my Fujifilm setup in on a Panasonic Lumix S5, and I did just that. One of the great advantages of the S5 is the fact that it has great bit rate. I'm able to get incredible video quality with the internal 10-bit 422 videos, and as somebody who does video a lot for a living, it was a great opportunity for me to make the switch. So along with this camera, I got a handful of lenses because I knew I needed to hit the ground running to start producing the work that I get paid for the most. One of the first lenses that I invested in was the Sigma 14-24 f2.8. It's been a fantastic lens and one that I use often for real estate photography and videos. The second lens I invested in is the Sigma 28-70, the contemporary lens. It's a little plasticky for what I normally like, but I really enjoyed the size and the quality of the images that I was getting from it. I had been on the fence about getting the Lumix, the 24-105, the f4, but when I played with it in the store, it just seemed a little bit big, a little bit bulky, a little too heavy. And being limited to f4 wasn't great for some of the situations that I would be using it in. So ultimately made the decision to get the Sigma 28-70, and I love it so far. And one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to move to the S5 and move into the L mount system is because I wanted to be able to put on all of my Leica lenses. So this video in particular is being shot with the Carl Zeiss 35mm f2, and I'm using a Metabones M to L adapter to make that happen. And this has been extremely exciting for me because I absolutely love the 35 f2 and I love that 35mm focal length. And it was something that I could never actually use on the Fuji because the 35mm would then become a 50mm because of the crop factor. So I'm super excited to explore more with this lens on the Lumix S5 and be able to use the peaking as well as the punch-in to be able to get that 35mm focal length, but also to be able to punch in and get really great focus that I can use for both photo and video on this camera. If you're interested in following along with any of the photos or the videos that I'm producing from the day-to-day, you can follow me on Glass, Twitter, and Instagram at Sean P. Bruce. Thanks so much for watching.